We are back. We are back. Listen, make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New. And honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I am back to talk about Miss Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 16, you guys. I can't believe we are at season 16. Real Housewives of Atlanta used to be my favorite show. And y'all know who my favorite is of all time, Miss Lanithia Leaks. I need Nene back on this show ASAP. That is what they are missing. I want Marlo on. I love Marlo. I don't care how y'all feel about Miss Marlo, but I love Marlo. And especially love my girl Nene. This is her show. So that's kind of what's missing. I love the cast. I love it. Porsha looks stunning. But Porsha, girl, I'm going to need you to work on your insides. Because you fooled with that lady's husband. Okay, they even replayed the clip over and over again of you fist bumping Fallon's husband, honey. I think something was going on then, quiet as kept. Okay, because it looked a little bit too awkward, and then he was sitting up watching them while they were in the pool. And Porsha, for you to be so mad at Kelly for bringing up the fact that you, stole your co-worker's husband. And I know people will say, yeah, but they were getting a divorce. Yeah, they were getting a divorce. They were getting a divorce. Like, can the man get divorced first? That's thirsty as hell to get engaged to your co-worker's ex-husband. Not ex-husband, I'm sorry, her husband. Like, that's so inappropriate. It's so disrespectful. And for you to not come back with a level of understanding and humility for people that are going to look at it like that is crazy to me. And I heard your mother and you talking. And the problem starts, I told y'all a long time ago, the problem starts with Miss Diane. Miss Diane is not a real mother. I'm going to tell y'all something. When I was growing up, my mother was not the cool mom. And I used to get mad at her for that. Because my mother was the type of woman where, she's like me. She's no nonsense. She's going to call it how she sees it. And then I grew up with some family members of mine. Their mother was trying to be their friend. And when I look at Porsha and Miss Diane, I see that dynamic. Miss Diane is caught up with trying to be Porsha's friend. And honey, it's time for you to be this woman's mother. I don't care how old she is. She needs her mother. Okay? Because Miss Diane, you should be telling Porsha she need to go to counseling. She need to go to therapy. Quit all this love wins. Evidently, it don't. Love ain't gonna tell you to sleep with your co-worker's husband. I don't care about this. Oh, they wasn't friends. You were close enough. You were hanging out with her. Okay? You were stretching out all her clothes. You at the same clubs as they are. You were around them. You were very familiar. You were in her pool. Okay, you invited the housewives to her home. Fallon felt hurt and disrespected by what you did. She had every right to, because you was way too close to the situation. I told y'all the only thing that would make this situation be better is if there were a matter of years that had went by. About 4, 5 years, 6, 7, to the point where it's like, oh, okay, you all found love and, It's the timing of everything. He wasn't even divorced from Fallon. And Porsha, like, you are a dark-sided Cancer. Please stop blaming it on our sign. We are the sign of love and hopeless romantics. Yeah, but you know what? There's some downsides to being a dark-sided Cancer. Codependency. Okay? Codependency. Just always feeling like you need to have somebody just to feel whole, which is what it looks like your situation is. Okay? It just looked like you just want to be married, and it's giving desperate. And when we get to that point, Porsha, it's no longer about love. That's why love didn't win, because love ain't gonna have you marrying somebody else's husband, okay, that you used to be cool with or you used to work with, and, you know, like, it's a mess. So we see Porsha, you know, it looked like she was getting ready to run, and I was like, shit, don't run now. But yeah, Porsha was bragging about coming back to the show when she was married to Simon, and they were on good terms. Oh, well, Porsha, what'd she say? Porsha Williams ain't coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, but Porsha Gubadia is. See, you're too materialistic. Okay? And don't get me wrong, I like the level of wealth that I saw on this show. I love it, but you all need some depth. I never get that word right. Y'all know what I'm talking about. DEPTH. Y'all need to be brought back to reality. Thank God they got Cynthia on here anchoring as the friend, because Cynthia has the level of maturity. Her and Kenya, surprisingly. Kenya, was cool this episode. I was feeling Kenya. Her and Cynthia, when they was together, I was feeling them and their energy, because I think with the two of them, even they saw through all the smoke and mirrors with all the girls and the money and the wealth and we want to see it. We love to see it. I love Shamia's life. Okay, Shamia got her a $9 million house, honey. Okay, go ahead, snap, honey. So I'm happy for her, but yeah, hopefully as the show unfolds, we see, you know, some reality. I like that Kelly came at Porsha, or came at Shamia about Porsha sleeping with that lady husband and trying to marry him, and like, bitch, you got your karma. Like, I like all of that. I like it. Porsha, you upset because you don't want to hear it. You don't want to face the facts. This your second marriage. Okay? This is your second marriage for all the wrong reasons. You still have not passed the test. Whatever you were supposed to learn with Cordell, you didn't pass it. You didn't pass it because you did the same thing with Simon. Everything is about money, and you still in that man's house. Okay, let him have his house. You go and take your peace of mind. You tell Diane to get her ass up out your house and get her own house. And you go on back and live your best life. Get you a life coach. Okay? Get you some therapy. It's time to dig inside Porsha and see what is there. Because it looks like not much. Everything is giving on the outside, okay? But appearances can be deceiving. So, yeah, Porsha needs help because she's giving delusional. She's giving like a female narcissist, honey. And Miss Robinson ain't got time for it. And also, Porsha, you didn't do your due diligence and get to know this man. You know? Well, I'm choosing happiness and I'm choosing all of that is good, but you didn't get to know this man. So when you sit up here and say he betrayed me, I thought we had all this good communication, you know, you didn't take the time to do your work, and that's what your mother is there for. That's what your mother is there for, and Miss Diane is not playing her part. Okay? It's like she's just trying to keep up with you. She done lost the weight, or what? Y'all done went and got lipo? Okay, Miss Diane look good. Just like you. Y'all look good, but it's like Hello, is anybody at home? Is anybody gonna remind Porsha of like all the work she needs to do? And Porsha, another thing that makes this situation crazy is you got the damn audacity to be mad at Drew for working with Dennis. Okay? You got, like, what goes around, girl, comes right back around. The things you do, they come back to you. Shout out to Angie Stone. Rest in peace, baby. You got the audacity. And you're jealous. And I love how Kenya called it. She was like, she mad that that girl is working with Dennis. Just call it. I don't know if Kenya called it yet, but I saw like a sneak peek. Maybe that's what I saw. But yeah, you all up in arms with Drew, being in proximity to your baby daddy. She working on her music. Imagine how Fallon felt. Because even if y'all wasn't friends, there is a such thing as building a friendship. And I know if I'm building a friendship with somebody, that's going to make me feel a way that they messing with my man. Or somebody I was just so close with. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's a mess. Carlos King. You supposed to be Porsha's friend. Why do you keep celebrating your friends being in these toxic marriages? Jennifer Williams, you went to her wedding. You went to Porsha's wedding. Why did y'all, how do you celebrate this type of stuff? And y'all claim to really love these women on these shows. Carlos King. Look at Jennifer Williams, man. He over there scamming them people out their money. And you love wins, and I'm going to support my friend anyways. And no, you supported Porsha with all of this. Well, they just so in love. And no, this is not love when you don't do your due diligence. I'm sorry, it has nothing to do with love. It has everything to do with lust. Okay, and don't even bring God into it. Okay, Carlos, let's have a real conversation. You another one. I'm like questioning all these people in her life. And I didn't like what Cynthia said. Cynthia ain't as bad as Porsha to me. She ain't as bad as Porsha. Because I do feel like with Cynthia has a heart and wouldn't have went with a co-worker's man or got engaged. I don't think Cynthia would have did all that. Maybe she do fall kind of fast, right? But it's the way Cynthia does stuff. And Cynthia's character is way better than Porsha. She seems balanced. She seems mature. She seems loving. You know what I'm saying? Cynthia seems like a good woman. I don't get that from Porsha. I'll take your man. What can you say? Hide your man? Hide your wife? Yeah, you gonna have to do that with somebody like Porsha. Porsha, you are ruining your reputation in the name of love. Honey, I can't even get on with the review because I'm sticking to your ass. I'm on Porsha's ass like white on rice. Her mother won't get on her ass and tame that big cancer energy, honey. I'm go tame her. But yeah, it's just like, how do y'all claim to care about people and you like watch them make these decisions? I don't understand it. Okay, so let's get to the other castmates, you guys. We got Drew. She's still getting her divorce from Ralph. Why do y'all still live together, Drew? Drew is another one. I don't know if she coming or going. I guess Porsha had her become an influencer for her Go Naked hair company. And Porsha really helped her with her wigs because Drew's wigs were a mess. So I did like that friendship, but I'm not mad that she's working with Dennis and it's behind your back. It's like you're going to have to get your karma some type of way. And I'm here to tell y'all this about life. You have to watch how you treat people. You gotta watch how you treat people. I had a person a long time ago say to me, why did you do what you did to that person? That was so horrible. Why did you do do what you did. And it's just like, look at what that person has did to everybody, not even just me. Look at how they move. So when you move funny with people, Porsha, like, you're going to get that energy. So yeah, and you helped out Drew. And Drew said that Dennis is her saving grace, honey. Now, what if Drew and Dennis end up together, honey? That would really be karma. Look, karma will really get Porsha's ass, honey, okay? A mess. I'm sorry, Drew. I wouldn't be living with Ralph's narcissistic ass. And then all this shiggity about how they she gotta be out the house every other weekend or whatever she said. It's like, girl, just get your own place. Just let the nigga have it or get him up out of there. I'm not dealing with no narcissistic man. He's going to still try to control you, and y'all ain't got me fooled. And I thought that they said that Drew was messing with Mimi from Love and Hip Hop ATL, Ty. I thought she was messing with her. So what happened with that? The person that I really like, you guys, is Kelly Farrell. I hope I'm saying her name right. She's a restaurateur. She's a celebrity chef and an author of the cookbook Cooking with Kelly. Collection of family recipes from Nana's Chicken and Waffles. Like, she got her a chicken and waffles joint. I love me some chicken and waffles. I really like Kelly, though. I loved her energy. Very assertive. Very much so ready. Ready to pop off. Ready to stand on business. And, let Porsha know how she feel about her messing with Fallon's husband. Honey, I loved all of that. She's a single mom. She has a lot of daughters. I think she got like 5 daughters. She's getting a divorce. That's another thing I noticed. And then they mentioned Kenya was still getting a divorce from Mark. I was like, damn, a mess. So we have Angela Oakley. She is in real estate. She's married to Charles Oakley, and she's a friend of Drew. So we got her. She seemed like she's gonna be okay, except for the part where she's friends with Drew, because Drew got a fake ass personality. We don't know if she's acting. We don't know what's real. But I gotta give it to Drew, because she kind of saved the show in a sense when she was on there with Candy and Kenya, because then none of them had no storyline, and it was Drew with the big storyline, with Ralph. So we gotta give that to Drew. Okay, but she's still full of shit. So we got Britt Eady. She used to be a video girl. This is the one that got into it with Kenya. Now, she owns her own insurance agency, and she also specializes in shapewear. So I guess she has a shapewear line. She gives me Nicki Minaj. My daughter is a huge Nicki Minaj fan, so I was like, as I'm watching it, I was like, let me show Sham. And she said, yes, mommy, she's giving Nicki Minaj, like a young Nicki. Right before she got with, or maybe her stint with Young Money, like in the beginning stages. She just, mannerisms, how she looked, facial expressions. And she seems to really have taken to Kenya, even though Kenya shaded her. We gonna get to it, but I don't know. I got a energy of admiration. Okay. Oh, we also find out that Britt went out on a date with Dennis. Ooh, child. I wonder how Porsha gonna feel when she find out about that. But that was in the past, child. But yeah. Oh, and Porsha, you the one that, look, I can't get up off of Porsha, okay? Porsha, I forgot, you the one that saw that Dennis had all these women tattooed on him, and girl, the red flags be red flagging your ass, and you still picked the wrong man. Just a mess. So we see Shamia. She's at her home. She's coming in. She's greeting her daughters. Her youngest daughter, Shiloh, was brought into the world via surrogacy, and she has a diagnosis of showdown atresia. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. And that is a rare birth defect that blocks the nasal passages. That is sad, but yeah. Um, you know, I think I heard that Shamia was like in a NICU with her daughter, for a really long time. I know that was a lot on her. She has a older daughter, Shia. Is that her name? I like those names, Shia and Shiloh. But yeah, Shamia, is a family person. She's a Taurus, honey. May 13th. I like how close she is with her family. And I like how down to earth Shamia is. Because, honey, we didn't know she had this type of money. But Shamia, in my opinion, never gave off like this arrogant attitude. And I'm hoping this season that she digs in Porsha's ass. Like, I'm hoping to see that where she has a moment with her friend. Like, girl, you need to get it together. Because it looked like Porsha is trying to create her lifestyle through Shamia. And it's okay to want an African, but girl, go about doing it the right way. Shamia, honey. Shamia looked like she hit a home run. She said she had shit it all up in the man bathroom. Child was cracking. He says, look, he invited her back and she ain't been able to get rid of him. I said, I know that's right, Shamia. Shamia looks so beautiful, you guys, with the short hair. I didn't know she could wear short hair like that. So, yeah, I'm feeling Shamia. I'm feeling Shamia. Shamia says she's an actress, a radio host. She does a lot. I didn't know she sings. So I didn't know that. I saw the scene with her and her mom and she was singing. So yeah, like I said, I'm really liking Shamia. Shamia was in the TLC biopic. I didn't know that. Her and her husband, they've been married for 10 years. I didn't know they've been married that long. So we see Kenya and Brooklyn, they go by Drew's house, so the girls, can play, their daughters can play. That, Brooklyn is gorgeous. She is just stunning. She looked just like Mark, honey. And Drew's daughter is really pretty too. She look a lot like Drew. So Drew tells Kenya that her and Dennis have been working together, and Kenya is just taken aback. Like, how does Porsha feel about this? And Drew said that Dennis talked to her about it and, it shouldn't be no problems. But, girl, he could be using Drew, though, to make Porsha jealous, to triangulate. Because that's what the niggas do. Especially cheaters. They love triangulating. So he could be using Drew to make Porsha jealous. Kenya even asks, well, don't Porsha feel away? Because she used to sing too. Why he never produced nothing for her? And, they showed that tired ass flatline video. Now that got over 1 million views. Y'all better get Candace's video up to 1 million views for Dry Back. That's what I know. Candace is a way better artist than Porsha. I think that Porsha, I don't know. I think Porsha is liked because she gives off, this pleasant energy, and I'm always happy and positive, and yeah, right. You be messing with folks' husbands, honey. Okay, you be getting married for all the wrong reasons. Okay, so yeah, Porsha not a good person to me, not at all, but it just seemed like people are blinded, I don't know. She does have charisma, we could give her that, but yeah, girl, I'm not checking for your ass. So Drew says that Dennis is like her angel on earth. There were days she couldn't get up off the bed, and I guess he would talk to her and be positive. I guess, honey, tread lightly, Drew, okay? Drew claims she's not ready to date right now because, she really needs to get this divorce done, with Ralph. It's been over a year, like, damn. And one of y'all need to move out. So we see Chastity at a birthday party for one of her daughters. She got 4 daughters. Her daughter wants a pink Birkin. Damn. Kelly says in 2 months she should be divorced. Kelly says she feels amazing. It's been a long journey. Ooh, child. Kelly got a line of waffle mix, Cajun grits. Ooh, child. Kelly is interesting. I told y'all she my girl. I like her. She said that her ex was putting her down and just stressing her out and trying to always fuss at her. And she says she doesn't want to raise her daughters in that level, of dysfunction. Girl, I get it. I love that Kelly gave her daughter Chloe 17 gifts for her, 17 years of age on the planet. I felt like that was good. Kelly seems like a really good mother. She seems like a fun girl. And so far, like out of the newbies, I'm feeling her the most. Who y'all feeling the most? It's a damn shame that Porsha gotta go and see Randy Kessler again. It's like, girl, you still ain't learned your lesson. I know he looking at her like, child, there is nothing in her brain. She keep picking the wrong damn man. Okay? And honey, the problem with your picker is now, Porsha, you be picking somebody else man. Okay? That's what the problem is. Porsha says she hasn't dealt with the emotional part of breaking up with Simon. Porsha gets to saying she had a prenup this time around. Well, this time you actually got assets, but your dumb ass went around quitting all your damn jobs to get with a damn scammer, girl. So you still look a mess, Porsha. Well, I'm doing all this for my baby. Ladies, please quit with that type of talk. You ain't doing nothing you doing for your babies. Do it for you first. That's the problem, Porsha. You need to do stuff for you. You got to stand on business for you before Pilar. Because right now, you're not setting a great example. Porsha says that Simon wouldn't let her know about the finances. Why did you marry him and you didn't have that information? Because you didn't do your due diligence. And once again, you keep blaming him, but it was your codependency issues and you being desperate. Okay? That's what comes into place, ladies, when we move in how Porsha is moving. When we move so fast. Porsha says they both have 50-50 interest in the house. Girl, you embarrassed that this shit didn't work out. You trying to stretch out all this shiggity with this house because you want to feel like you got something out of marrying this man. You went into it with the wrong reasons, with the wrong intentions, and now you shocked when it don't work out. It's just like, make it make sense. But I think that it's one of them situations where really you need to get away from the energy of the situation and just get your own house, just going right back to your house. Okay? And let this man have his house so he can, do what he want to do with it. That's how I feel about it. So Simon don't want Porsha filming in the house. Her lawyer is going to file a emergency request to, just let it be known she can film, in the house. She's entitled to the house. I guess just like he is, but it's like, girl, get up out that man house. Okay? Get up out that man house. Walk away with your peace of mind. Stop being so damn materialistic. Stop losing yourself in materialism. That's what the problem is. Porsha not filming in that house is not getting in the way of her being able to earn an income. It's not. You can film anywhere. Go get you a Airbnb. Okay? Go get you a hotel room. Go do something, girl. But get up out that man's house and stop playing. Porsha says she was questioning why when her and Simon would go on trips, when they go to the airport, why do they have to stand in a secondary line? It's like, girl, when you move fast with a man and he plays you, you didn't learn from the situation with Dennis either. That's why Dennis did you the way that he did you. And don't get me wrong, guys, these men are wrong, right, for what they did to Porsha. But look at how you're moving. They don't have no respect for you because you don't have no respect for yourself. And your mother, if she was anybody, she would, like them elders in Porsha's family, her auntie and them, she don't want to hear from them. Because they don't play that shiggity. I remember on her show, they was getting her ass together. Didn't she try to fight Dennis' mother? So it's like, girl, you, look, I hope you didn't quit all that fighting too. But yeah, it's like she don't have nobody keeping her honest, you guys. And it's sad. Porsha said all the information leaked out about Simon, about him not having a real green card, him fighting for U.S. citizen, but his crime-riddled past keeps getting him denied, child. A mess. Shout out to the Jasmine brand, honey. They was reporting the facts on that screen, honey. Simon Gobadia's company ordered to pay nearly $900K in unpaid private jet bill amid Porsha Williams' divorce. I wonder, have you gave this man his damn last name? If it's really his, I wouldn't want nothing of his. So Porsha says, for me and our relationship, I used to pride myself on us having great communication, she admitted, and when communication started to lack, it felt intentional. Porsha claims she attempted to reach out to Simon just 2 weeks before filming in an effort to find some peace, but Simon doesn't want to communicate at all. Like when a man is with you, he's married to you, he's sleeping with you, you sharing your vulnerabilities with him, you sharing money with him, you going out on trips, and for him to discard you like that, look at how he did his wife. Okay, and you thought you was better than her. You thought that you was gonna get a better nigga than her, and survey says that was a lie. Okay, because so many women, you guys, get caught up with competition. You know, a lot of women get caught up with that. And Porsha, you know, she would be no different. Communication stopped not long after a bad argument on Valentine's Day. But your ass had to put it out there on Valentine's Day that all was well and you know, taking pictures. You knowing stuff ain't good with y'all. So you shouldn't have been putting up no damn picture. Okay? In my personal opinion, you guys, I feel like Porsha is way too caught up with being a public figure and not a person. Okay? Like she's more caught up with being a personality, I should say. That's more of the correct word to use than a person. And it can happen to anybody, but you're just caught up with the lights, camera, the action, and you don't like have nothing like real to stand on. You know? Porsha says that she continued to pretend things between them were fine on social media despite knowing we were not okay. Porsha elaborated further on how difficult the breakup has been for her. My divorce from Simon, I haven't dealt with the emotional part yet. I've had to deal with the logistics. Yeah, you're doing your due diligence backwards. You should have came into the marriage doing that. You should have had a dating phase. Ladies, have a dating phase. Don't rush and get married. Getting married is not going to change the man. I think a lot of women think that. She says it feels really cold. Imagine how Fallon felt when you was messing around with her husband. Okay, and even though they was going through a divorce, that was still her husband, and you was still her co-worker. Okay? So we got Brittany, Kelly, and Shamia. They all get together to have dinner. So Brittany already, honey, and it's funny, when she was talking to Kenya, she was annoying me. She kept talking about how she's married, and I don't like women that make their marriage into like their whole identity. It's nice that you're married, girl, but calm down. Okay? But she said she went from a 7-carat ring to a 10. Good for you, girl. She looked beautiful in her confessional. I like that Kelly gave Shamia her props about being a really good mom and her daughter, being sick all that time in the NICU. And, she just really congratulated Shamia for her strength and endurance during that time. So Shamia invites the ladies to her birthday party, and Shamia lets the ladies know that Porsha's going through a divorce. So Brittany says that she feels like Porsha is going to come out on top, but Kelly said, well, she probably shouldn't have never took that girl's man. I know that's right, Kelly. I told y'all, I got a soft spot for Kelly. Kelly is going to be, she gonna be coming out with it, honey. So Shamia says in Porsha's defense, Simon was getting a divorce. They were very public with their separation. That was in April 22nd, 2021. And Porsha got with him, May 10th, 2021? Talking about love wins, girl, bye. Shamia, you know that shit wasn't right. I love that Kelly said it was janky, it was messed up, that Porsha went to that lady house and fist bumped her husband and then end up marrying him. Yeah, like, that was not right. What did you think was going to happen with you doing that? So Kelly she spoke a word, honey. Shamia takes up for Porsha and says that the girls are speaking like they know stuff as facts. It was more or less Kelly, not Brittany. Shamia says that Porsha reached out to Simon and his ex-wife. And Brittany said, well, honey, I'm not going to reach out to somebody's husband. Exactly. Come on now. Come on. And that girl was more in touch with Simon than she was Fallon. So, Shamia, you need to stop it. It don't look like you gonna keep her honest. Shamia says her and Porsha have been friends since they were children. She loves her and she feels obligated to have her back. I guess, honey, but is she gonna have your back? Is she gonna support you? Because she wanted your life, but she can never keep it. She can't never keep nobody. That says a lot about her, too. Going for the wrong people and a mess. Does Gerald have any brothers, honey? How you get that damn close to the bag and can't keep it, though? Like, your whole best friend got what you want, but you can't keep. You gotta look at that. Shamia gets to telling the ladies about her party, about how Kenya is invited, and Drew, she even invited Ralph. Why would you invite that narcissist and they getting a divorce? Brittany says she heard through the grapevine that Drew is dating Dennis. Shamia says she heard that Drew and Dennis was out at the club holding hands, booed up. So Kelly says that Dennis was in her DM. She posted herself in a bathing suit. Dennis was like, "It's no way you got 4 kids." Kelly says she didn't respond. Brittany says nobody wants to see his hot dogs. Brittany says she went out on one date with Dennis. She said it was back in the day. He came on a date and brought her a diamond necklace. Like, damn, you bringing shit like that? I guess Dennis wants the girls to keep coming. And honey, you providing stuff like that, we will keep coming, but we not gonna take you serious. Child be the start of the business, messing with Dennis. Listen. Child, Kelly said, "Is that the one you wearing?" And Brittany said, "Absolutely not." Absolutely. Melody need to join this damn show. Oh, it would be off the hook. Ooh, child, Brittany says that Dennis can't afford this. So Porsha and Shamia, they meet at the strip club. Child, they get to ordering all these double Hennessy's and double class Azul or whatever, child. A mess. Porsha, you need to leave that dark liquor alone, honey. Okay? It's a mess. So, honey, they get to taking all these shots, and then Shamia says that Simon reached out to her. He been all on the blogs. Now he doing all of this. He's talking to everybody, Porsha, but you. And Shamia, you still calling him your bro? He ain't your bro, girl. Look at how he doing your sister, okay? So, a mess. So, Simon congratulates Shamia on her getting her peach. Shamia says that she feels like Simon is chasing anything that's attached to Porsha. And I love Porsha's little ensemble, honey, she had on. It was nice. Porsha says Simon is a nightmare. He's been lying and attacking her on social media. You was in a hurry to get with him, girl. Okay, this is what happens when you don't do your due diligence. And you go around saying love wins when love ain't got a damn thing to do with it. Because now he up here talking to everybody but you. A mess. He just discarded her. But how you get them is how you lose them. So Shamia brings up Drew and Dennis and them hanging out. Porsha looked like she about to pass out, child. Shamia says she done had people call her saying they was hanging out at the club. Porsha says it was for her birthday. Porsha says it's her jaw up on the floor. Yes, it is, girl. Pick it up. We see Brittany. She's talking to her husband. He's telling her don't drink too much. She says she's going to keep it light. So we see everybody, getting ready for Shamia's party. We see Porsha and Cynthia. They are on FaceTime. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all that Shamia told Porsha what Kelly said about her getting with Fallon's husband. And Porsha talking about, well, join the people online. Everybody got an opinion. Girl, wrong answer. Okay, you know that your ass was wrong. That's why you don't say too much when people bring up Fallon. I notice she tries to get away from it. But her and Cynthia, they're talking, and Cynthia's like, well, you're just like me. You fall in love fast, too. Y'all stop calling that love. That's stupidity. And it's funny how Nene called out Cynthia's relationship with Mike Hill. She felt like it was too much. They ended up getting divorced. Tanya, remember, she was up here taking up for Paul. And remember that they was out of town. And one of the fortune people, seemed like some fortune teller said to her that she ain't gonna end up with Paul. I guess Nene read it or something. I don't know. But Nene told her she wasn't going to end up with that man. And Tanya got all mad in her feelings with Nene about that man that she didn't even end up with. Ain't that something else? Child, Cynthia on the phone with Porsha talking about she mad now they can't go to Nigeria. Porsha said, honey, that's still my family. I thought that was funny. So they go to Nigeria. So Porsha, like I said, she was talking to her about Drew, how Drew is allegedly, hanging out with Dennis. And then Cynthia's just like, that's crazy. She ain't never heard of Drew being so close to Dennis. Cynthia also wished Porsha well as it pertains to Simon. She feels bad that didn't work out for her girl. We see Kelly. She goes to Shamia's house early. And Shamia just puts her, to the side and it's just like, girl, you my friend. Porsha is my friend. I don't want there to be any bad blood. So Shamia is just like, yeah, I felt uncomfortable when you mentioned that Porsha stole Fallon's man. And Porsha shaded Kelly talking about her chicken shack. Or, girl, like, that ain't no damn read. This girl got money just like how you got money. She's calling you out because you did something foul to your co-star. To your co-worker. You claim y'all wasn't friends, but y'all were in enough... y'all were close enough in proximity for you not to do that to her. That's a betrayal. And once you do that as a woman, women will not want to be around you. And what is Real Housewives of Atlanta about? Women. And the women's ain't gonna want you around they men. Okay? I mean, I'm just saying, listen. So Shamia tells Kelly that she told Porsha what she said. So then Kelly is just like, yeah, Porsha has seen the blogs because, they show Porsha on camera talking about it. Talking about there's this girl named Kelly that's accusing me of stealing Fallon's husband. And, she came in with the wrong energy. Porsha thought she was being funny, go call Kelly Cal. And Kelly like, that ain't my damn name. You know my damn name. Kelly said, honey, call me the queen of waffles. I know that's right. Kelly says she's going through a divorce just like Porsha, and she knows what it feels like to be cheated on. So she's very passionate about those things. Shamia says she didn't know that Kelly was going through that with her divorce. She didn't know that that took place in their marriage, infidelity. So she says that, you know, she understands why Kelly is so passionate about, you know, how she feel about Porsha still a fellow husband, honey. Shamia tells Kelly that Porsha will be at her birthday party, and if you have any questions for Porsha, ask Porsha, and don't be listening to the blogs. So Angela Oakley and her husband Charles, they come on in. I didn't know he used to play for the Bulls. We see Cynthia looking good, honey. Cynthia just ages so gracefully. She is the best looking housewife, honey, of all time. She looked better than all of them. Eva, all of them. I love me some Cynthia. Her and Kelly, they greet each other. Cynthia says she plans on visiting Kelly's restaurant, Nana. She's gonna get a drink and join her inside. We see Drew. She gets out of her car. I don't like that hair on her. I don't like it. It ages her. So I guess Angela's lace front is coming up. She talking about it's so hot and the glue is coming up off of me. And her husband say, honey, you need to go and fix your hair. Drew talking about she ain't ready to date yet. She needs to put a period, you know, on the end of her divorce with Ralph. So Kenya comes in and she introduces herself to the ladies. So Drew asks Kenya, has her and Mark finalized their divorce? And they're still not divorced. Crazy. So Brittany was just like, is it all five of you guys going through a divorce? And then Kenya says, oh, you're married. Kenya starts out shady. Oh, because you don't have your other ring. Are you married or engaged? Britt looking at her like, girl, you don't want none of this. You could already tell there's going to be some type of tension with these two because they are so much alike. Britt says, I'm married. This is my second wedding ring. Kenya says, from a different guy? And Britt is like, no, the same guy. Kenya said, well, maybe you were probably married before. And Britt was like, no, just looking at Kenya like, girl, don't start. And then Kenya ends up saying, oh, so that's an anniversary of your first ring? I'm like, Kenya, shut up. Kelly says she doesn't feel like Kenya should be speaking on anybody's ring when she doesn't have one. So Britt says she met her man by being his insurance agent. Kenya said, you're more than just a good neighbor. Britt's husband is really handsome, but he look like he gonna be a handful. So Angela joins them. Her and Kenya had already saw each other in the bathroom. Kenya told her to upgrade her glue. So we see Shamia. She gets a nice car for her birthday from her husband. It's a nice ass Rolls Royce. Woo. So Porsha walks up as Shamia is enjoying her birthday gift. Porsha says that the traffic was really bad and that's why, you know, she was late. Now, this is the same woman that didn't want to come to Shamia's wedding. You know, she's always trying to make up some excuse to not fully be there, you know, for Shamia. And I get it, though, with Atlanta, the traffic is horrible. Okay, that's why I don't come to visit much, okay? When I go back to Atlanta, I'll be going to get me some food somewhere, but other than that, they traffic is horrible. Oof. So we see Cynthia and Kenya talking. So Cynthia tells Kenya that Kelly is the one that made the comment about what's up with people stealing folks' men. That's when Kenya said, hide your husband and hide your wife, honey. So Kenya tells Britt and Kelly that she was just talking to Cynthia and she heard what Kelly said about Porsha stealing Fallon's husband. She said, why did she take that man's husband, that lady's husband, I think is what she meant to say. So as she's repeating what she said to Shamia, to Kenya, Porsha walks up. I love Porsha's hair. I loved her blazer. The girls were sitting. I loved her slacks. She looked really nice, but you just need to work on your inside, boo-boo. So Kelly says to Porsha, why did you take that lady's husband? Porsha says that can't be your opening line. Girl, answer the damn question. Tell her how desperate you are to have a husband. Porsha says, wait, what is your name again? Deflecting. Kelly says, honey, I think you know my name. I like Kelly. Kelly ain't got time to play with Miss Porsha. Not Porsha. Porsha. Because Porsha running around like she Po. Porsha says, is there anything else you want to know about me? Like, what's my last name? Or, girl, answer the damn question. Inquiring minds want to know. Why did you get engaged to that lady's husband, your co-star, your co-worker, the lady pool who you was swimming in? Okay? Kelly says, I don't know you. I was just asking a simple question. Shamia's dress is fire. She begins walking over towards them. Porsha says, is this what you say to somebody when you are trying to get to know them? Well, shit, you don't get to know people, though. You just up and marry them. That's why you in the going through the shiggity you going through. Kelly says, answer the damn question and let's move forward. So the girls end up sitting somewhere else. So Porsha begins telling Drew that Dennis invited her to Drew's birthday party. Kenya asks, well, how did Dennis invite Porsha to your party? Your relationship is with Porsha. Here go Drew. Oh, I didn't know anything. My assistant. She always say the same shit. It's like, Drew, girl, you need to come up with something else. Drew says, I sent my assistant everybody's numbers, but he didn't invite nobody but Dennis. That don't even make sense, Drew. So Shamia asks Drew, are you dating Dennis now? And then the episode goes off. That's all I have to say about that, you guys. This was really good. I'm really feeling this cast. They're just missing Lanithia, Monique Leakes, and maybe a little bit of Marlo. Okay, I love me some Marlo. Throw some Sanya in there too. I like her. But I like this group. This is a really good cast, and Phaedra being added to it. Hopefully, we'll see what she gives. Hopefully more than what she gave on Married to Medicine. Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out in the next video.